Yo, quick one. But this one, it's a big one. It's a big, quick one, guys. So, see this behind me? This is Sonic, right? Sonic, the way we have it right now, it builds stages, right? It starts with it does the research in stage 0, ask you questions about your niche, your business, and all of that. And then it will build your brand philosophy, why we're gonna choose this color and this font and all the philosophy behind that brand, right? And then we create something what we call is the visual identity. And after it does the visual identity, it goes and do the homepage and the theme. And then after that, it create the content, AKA SEO wireframe content. And then after that, create the QA and deliver the site. So it used to be a set of stages, stage by stage, pipeline that it was locked. You couldn't change it unless you enforce it to change the stage, right? And you have to do it over and over. Because of the cohort, because of the founders, and they basically sharing what they need, we built the blueprint. So Sonic Blueprint, you could create as many blueprints as you want. You could have a blueprint for your e-commerce sites. You could have a blueprint for a specific niche, roofers, let's say, or a special blueprint for your directories. So here, I'm going to show you what's the difference, right? So the actual stages right now for Sonic is locked. They're going to stay there, but you could add your own stage. So you'll say after the design, as an example right here, after the visual identity, you want to add your own stage. And when you add your own stage, you need 3 things. You need skills for that stage, or no, multiple skills. You could put 1, or you could put 3 skills. And then you're going to need that prompt for this skill. And then you're going to need the output. And I'll show you guys in a second how we do this, right? Then you have your own stage that feeds the second stage of the build. So right now, it's customizable. You could add multiple stages, multiple places. You could have a really big blueprint pipeline based on your needs. But let me show you guys how Sonic work and how Sonic Blueprint work right now. Let's go. First thing, you're gonna need to go to your terminal. In this case, I'm actually in Warp terminal. If you don't know Warp, check it out. It's a nice terminal wrapper that you'll be able to work in. It's easier than just being in a raw terminal. And if you're in VS Code or whatever you are, you go to the terminal, you are in the raw terminal in the right folder that you want to work in the directory. You go and you write Sonic, let me make this bigger, Sonic update. So Sonic update, what it will do, it will actually update it to the latest version, which should be right now 2.018, right? And then you click Sonic banner to be able to see status or which version you're in. So we are correct right now. We are in CLI version 2.018 and the right skills. And we actually just updated the graphics here. It looks a little bit nicer, I guess. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you like it. And it lists all the skills that you have. And also it shows your blueprint. So this is the new thing that is happening right now. So right now it's Sonic default. There's no new blueprint, right? Now, where do you build your blueprint? You build it in your Sonic. Sorry about that. Let me delete this. You go to sonic.ai, and this is where you log in, and then you go to your blueprint right here, and then you click on a new blueprint, right? And that's how the blueprint will look, right? So you see this is neat. It's this a little bit down, and then you'll see on the left side, this is all the Sonic skills, and you have your own skills, and I'll show you how you add your own skills. And then we have your actual stages that it's locked. If you see right here, it's actually locked, so we could zoom in. And then we have stage 2, the brand philosophy that I talked to you about. And then we have stage 1, stage 2 is the visual identity, and stage 3 is the custom theme, homepage build, and stage 3.5 is the Sonic Boom. And then it has over the stages, stage 4, 5, and 6, right? So now what you need, if let's say, as an example, let's say we find a new skill. There is, I don't know which one, I think we could go to this site, Skill SH. It has multiple skills, and let's choose one as an example. Let's say Grill Me, right? So Grill Me is basically it interviews a skill that stress tests the plans and design through systematic questions. So it's going to stress test your build, right? There's a repo link right here. You click on it, copy that skill, and I try to make it so simple, guys. So let's say we're going to decide where we want it to grill me. I would say right after the last stage, which should be the QA, and then or before the QA. Let's do this right here. And then, all right, so actually you don't go press right here. We're gonna go to the skills first. We're gonna add the skills. So we're gonna go to skills right here, and then that's my skills. You can click on upload. 1 second, I need to update this. Give me a second. I didn't push the latest update on this. So I'm gonna push the update and I'll get back. 1 second. So when you go to the skills page right here, you click on add and you go to GitHub. There's multiple ways that you could add the skill. If you have a GitHub skill, you just paste it right here. Or if you have a URL, which is going to be a skill MD or NPM or in bulk, you have multiple links or multiple GitHub links. Or in this case, we're going to put could put it right here and from GitHub, and it's gonna fetch the GitHub. Now, what it found, that GitHub, it has 25 different skill folders, right? So we have to choose which skill we want to add. So in this case, we said the grill me, right? So let's just scroll down and see grill with docs. So I think that's the one it is, right? So I'm just gonna click on this and import selected, and then start importing. And now it did import the skill. Now, the skill doesn't mean it added a stage, right? Let me double check if we have that. We have to name the skill grill with docs, right? And then I could go to here and just copy the summary of this, so what it is, and I would just leave it the way it is right here and just add the skill. So the skill should be added right now. Here's the skill, we refresh it, grill with docs. Now we'll go back to our blueprint. So we go back to our build. We're gonna call this test blueprint, right? So we call this, we changed it. Now we're gonna go to the stage that we wanna add it. So let's say before the QA, I wanna make sure to grill it, grill my sites, right? So when you go to this page, here's what we're gonna need to do. We'll click on mine, which is our skills. You could use different skills right here, right? But I wanna go with mine, and then we'll add that skill, and automatically Sonic will draft your prompt, because we need a prompt. So every stage you're gonna add, you need three things. We need the skills, we need a prompt for that stage, and we need the output for that stage. If you notice right here, the expect output, after we do the grilling, it's gonna give us an audit log, right? And a refined plan to fix the issues that it's gonna find, right? So here, stress test architect, that's the stage name and all of this. If you don't like it, you need to add to the prompt. This is where you do it, or you regenerate it, and you could play with it. But there's one more thing that I could add. So skills in this stage has only one skill, but I want it, so Sonic will be working inside your folder, so it has access to all the folders, right? But I want to make sure that our brand philosophy and our visual identity is inside that stress test, because sometimes it's going to suggest things that in our philosophy we're trying to avoid, right? So it's always nice in any skill, that's what I personally do, add the brand philosophy and the visual identity, and then I'm going to create that stage. So we'll see right here, the stage has been created as a stress. I'm not sure why. 1 second, let me fix this a little bit. We'll move this right here, move out, and you notice, there we go. So actually, so that's going to be, and then it's going to do the stage 6. I'm going to double check with the wiring right here, but I'm sure it's going to be stage 9 right now, which is the last stage, but I'll fix that. It should be stage 7 basically, but you get the point. Now we have the blueprint, right? And then when we have the blueprint, we're going to click on, let me close this. We're going to click on export or JSON file, and that's our blueprint call name. It's test blueprint. Just want to make sure click save right here, and that's it. So we have our own blueprint right here. This is the test blueprint and the other blueprints that we had before. Now we go back to our terminal. Here's our terminal. The first thing you want to check when you are in the raw terminal is Sonic Blueprint Show. So it's going to show you the actual blueprints that we have. And it looks like we don't have anything. It says default pipeline, no custom blueprints installed. So what we need to do is Sonic, and it tell you what you need to do. So the JSON file. So we need Sonic blueprint, and not show. We're going to go with a import, right? And then we're going to make sure that we have our blueprint. Let me do this here 1 second. There we go. So right now we have imported the test blueprint. As you can see right here, there's 9 stages, and one of them is yours, and one of them is basically, or mine right now. It's the custom skills installed right here. So if I'm gonna go Sonic blueprint show, so this way it will give me show. Now it will tell me the stages that we have, right? So we do have the stage 0, 1, all of them. The locked one is the core of Sonic, right? And then if you notice right here, this is yours, and this is basically the stress test that we added. And when we start Sonic dangerously skip permissions, and then I'll start building something, what we're gonna do, let's say Sonic build. Let's see what stages it's gonna go through, and it's gonna, first thing it's gonna do, it's gonna tell us, check the blueprints, check which blueprints that you have, JSON files that you have inside your setup, and then it will ask you which blueprint that you want to run. In this case, it says I found one custom blueprint. Here's the choices before we begin. So we have to choose which blueprint. This is added to stage 0, guys, where we choose the test sprints. In this case, we're going to go with the test sprint, what we call a test blueprint that we called it, right? Now it's going to go through the stages based on what we did. So that's basically what Sonic Blueprint. I'm so excited about it. I know this is going to be add a lot of value for a lot of people right here. It's going to save you a lot of time. And that's exactly why I built it in the terminal, because I want it to be modular. I want people to be able to change the stages, change the way Sonic. So basically, I'm building Sonic for you to build Sonic. I don't know how I'm gonna say that. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think I wrote it on the wall. Yeah. Build your own Sonic. That's what it is, and I love it, guys. Keep the recommendation, and if you look at the roadmap, we always have something on the roadmap. This was triggered from Clint when he mentioned custom. He has a different topical map cluster content creation, and he wants to add his own workflow, and I think this will fit exactly what he was referring to. That's one thing, and plus we are open right now for cohort 3, which is July 1st. Seats for Sonic, and closes I think around July 7th. And let's go. If you need anything from, any questions, if you want to schedule a demo, just go to sonic777.ai/or/demo, or you find it in the comment below. And we got it, and we're going to have our build day is actually on July 7th, I guess, as well, which is going to be 6 hours of build day for the people who signed for the cohort. If you want to join, let me know. If you don't have Sonic, but you would just like a guest seat, let me know as well if you want to come and see us building with Sonic. Thank you. We'll see you on the next one.